Today, I am going to teach you lecture number 3 in MS Excel. Today, we are going to complete all the tabs. In the first lecture, I taught you about the File and Home tabs, and in the second lecture, I covered the Insert tab and the Page tab. And in today's lecture, I am going to teach you about formulas, about data, about review, and after that, about view. Before starting the lecture, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon, and make sure to turn on notifications so that you receive notifications for all my upcoming videos first. If you like the video, please be sure to give it a like. Let's get started. In today's lecture, first of all, we will talk about formulas. So I will try to cover all the important formulas for you. And right now, we will only talk about functions and specifically about sum. The rest will follow. I will make a complete video on formulas in which I will try to cover all the essential formulas that are important for your office work or your business, all in that one video. So let's start today's lecture. First of all, we will talk about the insert function. Before that, click here and then increase the zoom a little from here so that you can easily see the commands. Here we type 205, 100, 204, 105,000. We type 3500 here, and after that, we want to sum all of these. You have already learned about AutoSum and the sum function. So here we click on insert function and then click on sum. There are many formulas in this. Right now, we will talk only about sum and all the related formulas. Another video will be prepared, but for now, we will click on sum, then click OK, and again click OK. So you can see here that the answer is coming out to 14,600 rupees. Now, if we have data in one column, we can sum it like this. Suppose you have data in 2 or 3 columns and you want to get the total of all those columns in a single cell at one place. For that, we will use a function here. So we have entered data in 3 columns. After entering the data, we want that in column C, we get this total. For these 3 columns, click on the insert function option, then select sum from the list, and after that, click OK. The function arguments box will open in front of you. First, click here and select the first column. Then, click on number 2 and select the second column here. Next, click on number 3 and select the third column from here up to where your values are written. As soon as you click, the total of these 3 columns will appear right here. Now, for example, instead of 500, if I type 3000 here, you can see it has been added here. And if instead of 4000, I type 45,000 here, the value has been added. And instead of 400, if I type 200 here, the value has been subtracted here. In this way, you can bring the total of data from multiple columns into one place in a single cell. Next, we are going to learn about AutoSum. I have already taught you about AutoSum in the first lecture on the Home tab, where we covered all these commands. If you want to understand these commands, be sure to check out lecture 1. After that, today we will talk about the next command, define name and name manager. Now see, as we click here, you have the C column here and then we have this. So the address of this cell that is created is visible here as C11. C11 is its address. In our columns, the row number is there, so the address we get is C11. Here we have the total, and we also have number 2, number 3, and number 4. If we want to go to C11, if we type 11 for the total in cell 11, you go to C11 on the active sheet, but you can't go to the total there. So what we want is that wherever our total appears, we should be able to reach it by typing the cell address in the address bar. For this, what we need to do is rename the cell. Click here, and after clicking, you have to click on Define Name. After clicking on Define Name, a new name dialog box will open in front of you. Here you have to give a name to this cell. Remember, you can only rename the cell you have clicked on. Click here, and after clicking, I typed total in it and then clicked. So here, you don't have to save. It will show total written here. After that, if you are on sheet number 2, 3, or 4, anywhere, you just have to type total here. And when you press enter, you will automatically reach the total cell because only sheet number 1 has a cell named total. The other sheets, sheet number 2, 3, and 4, do not have a cell named total. In this way, you can also rename it here, and if you want to delete it, If you want to bring back the original name of the cell you renamed as total, meaning you want C11 to appear there again, then for that, go to Name Manager, select your name, and then delete it. When you click delete, your cell address, which was renamed, will now show with its original name. In this way, you can rename any cell and also delete it. After this, next, we are going to study. This is about trace precedence, where by clicking on total, you can find the value. For example, here we want to see which values make up the total of 96,100, meaning which amounts are being added together to get this total. So for this, we need to click on total here and then click on trace precedence. This will show you the rows whose totals are contributing to this value, and their rows are also shown here. If you want to remove this, click on remove arrows to remove the arrows and they will be removed. After that, if you want to know whether this value here has actually been totaled or not, or where the total of this value is going, previously you would click on total to find the value, but now by clicking on the value, you can find where its total is going. So you click on trace dependence and the computer shows that the total of 5,000 is being added here. If we want to see where its total is going, we click on trace dependence again and its total is also going here. When you click on trace dependence, you can see that its total is also going in this direction. If you want to remove the arrows, you can remove them as well. So in this way, you can either click on total to find the value or click on the value to find where its total is going. Next, we will talk about show formulas. If you want to display the formulas here, or if you want to see which formulas have been added in different places in your open sheet, here's how you do it. For example, I type in some values here, 500, 200, 300, 50, and 200. Then I click on auto sum and select average, so we've added the average formula here. After that, I type in 20 and some other values, and when I click on AutoSum, I select count numbers, so we've added the count numbers formula here. Then 400, 200, and 50, I enter these as well. After that, I click on AutoSum and select maximum to find out which is the largest value here. So 4 formulas have been added: sum, average, count numbers, and maximum. Now, if you click on show, all the formulas you have added in the sheet will be displayed. And after that, you can see the average formula, the count formula, and along with that, the maximum formula as well. So if you want to know which formulas have been used in your open sheet and where exactly they have been used, you can display them from here. If you want to turn it off, you can click here to hide it as well. And after that, we are going to move on to the next topic, which is about the watch window. What is a watch window? If you have Excel open here, and inside the open Excel file, you have different sheets, and each sheet contains different data, and you have to keep switching from one sheet to another. Then by clicking on the watch window here, you can add those sheets here. As I clicked on the watch window, and after clicking, since sheet number 1 is important for me, I added it here by clicking on add watch. After that, I clicked on add, so now sheet number 1 has been added here. Next, instead of going to sheet number 2 or 3, if you want to go directly to sheet number 4, you can add that to the watch window here as well. If you have another file open somewhere else, you can open that file and add it here too. Now, as soon as we double click here, you will go to sheet number 1. Similarly, if we click on book 2 here, you will go to sheet number 4, which allows you to easily move from one sheet to another sheet. If you want to delete the record from here, you just have to click on delete. From here, we can also delete it, and next we are going to read about calculations, how you have to look at the calculation here. For example, I typed a value here. Let me come back to it. Like, we had entered data in 3 columns. Now, if we write 4500, there is a change happening. For instance, I typed 400 and then typed 12,000 minutes. And if you look below, you can see the changes happening. But what we want is that these changes should not occur. The total we have should remain the same no matter what. Even if the value or the name changes, the total should stay as it is. For this, you need to go to calculation and click on manual. After that, if you change 500 to 1000, there is no change. Even if you type 25, there is still no change. If you want that any change made anywhere should also reflect in the total, then for that, we come here to calculation. This is where it happens. And in the next command, we are going to study about data tab. In the data tab, there are some commands that you have already learned, and some commands will be taught to you in the advanced lectures. For now, since we are at the beginner level, we are going to learn about a few commands here. Among these commands, we have sort. Let's go to sheet number 2 and click here. Let's zoom in a bit so you can see the commands clearly. For example, I typed here Zahir Zishan, Rashi and Amir Kumar. You can type any name, Gopal and Vijay, and let's take a look. Now we want to arrange all the data we have so that the data is displayed from A to Z. So you need to click on Sort. After clicking on Sort, this Sort dialog box will open in front of you. Here, you have the option for Order, whether you want to sort from A to Z or from Z to A. If you have dates, the option for dates will appear here. If you have numbers, the option for numbers will appear here. For now, we want to do ascending order, so click on A to Z. After that, you need to select the value here. Then you can choose which column you want to sort. If you have selected 2 or 3 columns, all those columns will be visible here. For now, we want to sort just one column, and as soon as we click, you can see the data is now arranged from A to Z. We use this command when we have a lot of data, hundreds or thousands of entries, and then we want to organize it so that there is no problem searching or finding the data. If your name appears in the list, then only that list will come to the top. Your name will not appear anywhere else. With this, we can organize dates, numbers, and then alphabetic data as well. In the next lesson, we will learn about filters. If you want to display specific data separately, you can use the filter option here. To begin the process, I first went ahead and typed out name right here. Then I moved over and typed city, and following that, I typed amount. After we have that set up, we can see we have Amir listed here, who is visiting us from Lahore, and his specific amount is 20. We proceed to enter the data just like this. Then we take a look at the very next entry in our list, which is 1,000. After that is finished, we note this next person is also from Multan. Right here, we can enter 17, or if we prefer, we can enter RY instead. You have to write the data here of different types, like I have entered KPR here. This will be with us. In this field, you should list all the different cities where your business currently has outstanding amounts that still need to be collected. So as you can see right here, I have, and then let's enter KPR and 25,000. Now suppose we want to see the record for Lahore city. How much total outstanding amount we have to collect from Lahore, how much from Rahim Yar Khan, how much from Multan, and then how much from Karachi. So you need to select this data here. After selecting it, go to data, and after clicking on data, click on filter here. Filters will be applied for you. If you want to display the data city-wise, click here, and then a dialog box will open in front of you. You need to uncheck the select all command here and then click on Lahore. When we click on LHR, you can see here that there are only 3 people from Lahore from whom you have to collect outstanding amounts. If you have made other entries, added more data, or included more information, that will also be shown here. For example, if you have given Amir's address, contact number, fax number, or email, all of that will also be displayed here. Similarly, if you want to see another city, click here, and then we click on Multan. Now the data for Multan is displayed here. Now we want the city-wise data to also show the total separately. That is, if we want to see for Multan, the names, addresses, or contact numbers of all the people from whom we have to collect outstanding amounts, and along with that, the total amount to be collected from Multan should also be shown. So after filtering like this, select the data, and then click here at the bottom. After clicking on data, you need to click on subtotal. As soon as we click on subtotal, this box for subtotal will open in front of you. Here, in the At Each Change in box, the first tab that appears, you need to select which column you want to total. The total is always for the amount column, not the city name column. And which function do you want to use? What do you want to find out? Do you want to sum, average, or find the maximum? Here, for now, we click on sum. After that, where should the total appear? On the amount column. As you can see here, from Multan, you have to collect 30,500 rupees. Similarly, if you select another city here, for example, I want to see here, Lahore's data. So when we click on Lahore here, we see that we have to collect 42,500 rupees from Lahore. And here, if we click Here, if we click on Karachi, you can see that we have only one entry here. And from Umair, we have to collect 15,000 rupees. If you want to know the total for all the series, you need to click on Select All and then click OK. So the data that appears here shows a total of 1,68,000 in the statement. In this way, by using the subtotal filter here, we can display city-wise data separately as well as the total. If you want to remove this, you need to click on Total, go to Subtotal and click on Remove, and your subtotal will be removed from here. If you want to remove the filter, select it and click on Filter, and your filter will also be removed. And in the next card, we are going to study about the flash film. So for this, we come to sheet number 3. I have written some data here where the first name and last name are listed. For example, I have written some names here such as Ali Raza, Gopal Das or Amir Ali. Now what we want is to separate the first name and the last name. The flash fill command is very useful for this, and it separates your data within seconds. For example, I wrote Ali here. After writing Ali, you need to come down and click on the cell below, then click on Data and select Flash Fill. As soon as you do this, whether you click here or use the keyboard shortcut by pressing Ctrl, the command will be applied. For now, let's click here. As soon as I clicked, you can see what Excel did. It understood that we wanted the first name here, and then it automatically filled in the first names for all the other entries. Now we want to extract the last name here. For that, we click here, and after clicking, I type the last name here. After Raja, I typed Raza here, and then we click below. You need to click on Flash Fill, or you can press Ctrl from the keyboard, and you will see that all the last names are now displayed here. In this way, by using Flash Fill, you can make your work even easier. Similarly, if you want to separate the date and month, or if you want to separate dates, entry numbers, or contact numbers, you can use this method to display different data separately here, with just one shortcut key or one click. Next, we will talk about removing duplicates. How to remove duplicates. For the remove duplicate command, I have written some data here. For example, I have some names here, and I have also written amounts. As you can see, I have typed the name Ali twice here, like 100 and 1500. So I want to remove the duplicate values from here. To do this, you need to select the data like this. And after selecting the data, you need to go to remove duplicates. After that, you can choose whether you want to remove duplicates based on the name or the amount. You can select either one of these, or you can select both. As soon as we click here, you will see a message: 1 duplicate value found and removed, 5 unique values remain. Now you can see that the duplicate value has been removed from here and only the unique values are left. This is how you can remove duplicates here. Next, we are going to learn about data validation. So which commands are used in data validation? We are going to talk about that. For the data validation command, you should write some data first, like I have written product name and price here. Data validation can be used in different ways in different places. For example, if you have some medicine, there is a manufacturing date and an expiry date on it. So you want to make sure that only the dates between the manufacturing and expiry dates are entered here, and no dates before or after that are added. Or when you type a price, you want only prices between 100 and 200 to be added here, not less than 100 and not more than 200. For this, you can use validation as well. For now, we will select all those cells on which we want to apply this validation. For example, I have selected all these cells, and suppose I have some products whose prices are between 100 and 200, that is not less than 100 and not more than 200. So I want only values between 100 and 200 to be entered here, and values less or more than that should not be added. For this, we apply the data validation command. For this, you need to go to data validation and click here on data validation. When you click on data validation, a dialog box will open in front of you. You need to click on settings, and then under allow, you will click here on whole. After selecting number, you need to select the between command here. Between the two values, you have to add the prices here. There are other commands as well, like not between, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, and many more. So here you click on between, and then you need to enter the minimum value, that is, what is the minimum price of your product. For example, I have entered 100 here. Then by using the tab key, you can move down. click here and type 200. So any value between 100 and 200 can be entered here, and values less than or greater than that should not be allowed. If we try to enter a value less than or greater than that, what should happen? Now, which option should appear? Stop. As soon as you click on it, this is set up. Now let's type the values here. For example, I type 100 and press enter, then 150 and press enter, then 200 and press enter, and then 199. So this is working. And apart from that, if we type 201, you can see here that an error appears. And if we type 99 here, you will notice that the error message still appears on your screen because we have already applied validation rules here. If you want to remove this entirely, or if you want to find exactly where the validation has been applied, you need to navigate your way over to the main home tab located in the top menu. If you want to see in which specific area you have applied data validation so that you can easily find and remove it, click on Home, then go to the Find and Select option, and here click on Data Validation. As soon as you click on data validation, the entire area where you have applied data validation will be automatically selected for you. Now, if you want to remove it, go to the Data tab, click on the Data Validation icon, and then simply click on the button labeled Clear All to reset the settings. After that, click OK to confirm. Now, whenever you type any value here, you will see that nothing appears, meaning the validation has been successfully removed. In this way, you can easily apply and remove data validation as needed. We will discuss its more advanced uses in the next lesson. After this, we are going to study the very important next topic in our comprehensive spreadsheet series, which is What If Analysis and Goal Seek. In Goal Seek, you determine the monthly installment. For example, here I insert sheet number 1 and sheet number 6. Here you need to type in the data. Before typing, let's increase the zoom a bit so you can see the data clearly. For example, as we type here, waiting month, we are about to prepare a project. For example, if you want to buy something on installment, like we want to purchase a bike or buy a plot, a house or a car, then we need to find out the monthly installment for it. So here I have written waiting month. The installment we are taking or giving is over 18 installments. After that, once you come down here, you will type your amount. After entering the amount, we will type again and then type again, and after that, you have to type the total. Let's imagine a scenario where we are looking to purchase a brand new bike. The total price of the bike we have will be paid on a monthly installment plan. Now, first of all, you have to write the advance payment amount right here. Suppose the bike we have is worth 70,000 rupees and we will give 10,000 rupees as an initial advance. This leaves a remaining balance of 60,000 rupees that we have to pay here within a period of 18 months. Now for the 70,000 rupee bike, we have to pay 10,000 as advance and the remaining 60,000 we have to pay within 18 months. Now suppose out of the amount you have to pay as advance, you have 6,000 with you, and after that you take a loan of 4,000 from somewhere else. It's also possible that you take the entire amount as a loan. You have a total amount of 10,000 available as savings for the month. This is a computer question that we have to solve using Goal Seek. You have to come to the total, and after coming to the total, you will type equal to here, and then you have to write a small formula. For example, here we type the 6,000 value we have is coming in cell A4. You will type A4, then add B4 to it, and then add C4. Then you have to multiply it by N, which is in cell B1 where 3 months is coming up. You will put B1 here. The value you get, the savings, will be shown here after multiplying, and the entire total will be displayed for you. Now, as soon as you press enter here, it goes to the advance company. Now we need to find out that if we have to pay 60,000 rupees over 18 months, how much do we need to save each month? What will be the monthly installment? For that, we have to click on the total again, that is 10,000. Remember, you have to click on 10,000, and after that, you have to press W and then click on Goal Seek. As soon as we click on Goal Seek, this Goal Seek box will open in front of you. Set cell, leave it as it is, which is D4. In to value, you will type the price of your bike. For example, I typed 70,000 here. In by changing cell, what do you want to find out? In which cell do you want to make a change? We want to find out the saving per month, so click here. As soon as you click, you will see that your monthly installment comes out to be 3,333 rupees and 33 paise. If you pay 3,333 rupees and 33 paise every month, then within 18 months, the 60,000 will be completed. And with the 10,000, it will become 70,000. If you also want to see that if we deposit 3,333 rupees every month, as you click here on equal to, select saving month and multiply it by 18, you will see that 60,000 is what we get. After that, 10,000 goes to advance, so the total becomes 70,000. Now, that was the case when we had the number of months and we wanted to find out the savings. But sometimes we have the savings amount and we need to find out the number of months. For example, we say that we can't pay 3,333 every month. We can only pay 1,900, 2,000, or 2,200 per month. No more than that. So what do we do in this case? We need to delete the months from here, then click on the savings field and type in 2,200, indicating that you can only deposit 2,200 rupees each month, not more. That is, earlier we had the number of months and wanted to find out the savings, but now we have the savings amount and want to know the number of months. If we deposit 2,200 rupees every month, how many months will it take to accumulate the remaining 60,000? So you click here, then go to Goal Seek, and after clicking on Goal Seek, you click on the value field and enter the price of the bike as 70,000. Then in the Buy Changing Cell field, you click. And after that, you click on the cell where you want to display the number of months, i.e. the waiting months cell, and then click OK. Now you see, it shows you a total of 27.2 months. If you want to convert this into days, you type equals here and multiply the 0.2 by 30, so you get months and 6 days. That means for 27 months and 6 days, if you deposit 2,200 rupees each month, your total will reach 60,000. So in this way, by using GoalSeek, you can make your work even easier. And now we are going to study the next command, which is about the new review tab. In the review tab, the first command is spelling and grammar check. How you check spelling and grammar, or how you do it in Excel. For example, as soon as you type a word, let's say I type falcon here, or I create a new sheet for your convenience because there were a lot of words written in the previous one. So we create a new sheet here and increase the zoom a bit. I clicked here and typed falcon. When I type falcon, the spelling is correct. Now, when we click on review and then on spelling, a dialog box opens in front of you. Spelling check complete, you are good to go. So, your spelling is correct. But if we make a mistake in the spelling, like typing FLKON, and then click on spelling and grammar check, it tells you your spelling is incorrect. That is, if it's not an English word or if it's an English word but the spelling is wrong, this box will open. Here, you can click to change it, or you can leave it as it is by clicking ignore. And if you want to add this word to the dictionary, you can click add to dictionary by accident, so whenever you type this word, it will be recognized as correct. For now, let's click on falcon and then click change and your spelling will be corrected. In this way, you can check spellings. After that, we will study another command about new comments, how to add comments. If you want to give feedback, write a note, or enter some information about any data in any sheet, you need to click on New Comments. In whichever cell you click, you can add new comments there. The sign of a comment is that in any cell where you add a comment, you will see a small red point at the top right corner of the cell, which means there is a comment recorded there. If you want to delete it or come back to it later, you can also do this with previous comments, and you can also add next comments. Here, you can apply next or previous one by one, and to delete, you need to click on delete comment. Click on that point, go to delete comments, then click here and delete the comments. In this way, we can add comments here. Now, for example, if we undo, the comments will come back here. By clicking on show all comments, you can display all the comments here. And by clicking here, you can also turn off all the comments. And if you select all of them together and click on delete, the comments will be deleted from here as well. After that, we are going to study the next card about protecting the sheet. Now, for example, I have written this data here. If I want, I can delete this data from here as well. Here we can also edit something, write anything here, and delete something as well. So if we want, we can apply protection here so that no one else can come and make any changes inside this file. You need to click on Protect Sheet. If you want to set a password, click on Unprotect, enter the password 123, press enter, and then again enter 1, 2, 3 and press enter. After that, if you try to delete something, it won't get deleted, nor can you write anything here. If you want to remove this protection, click on unprotect, type the password 123 and press enter or click. Then you'll see that you can delete data from here and also add something. This is useful when you want to give a sheet to someone just for proofreading or reading, and you don't want to give them any permission to make changes inside the file. So by applying protect sheet here and setting a password, the file will open for them, but they won't be able to make any changes. In the next section, we will study about view. In this section, there is normal layout, and here whatever layout we see, all the work and all the rows and sheets are visible to you. This is the normal view. If you click on page break, you will see the pages on which you have worked. That is, here we have worked on 2 or 3 pages. As you keep pressing right and move to the right, you will see the pages showing you how many pages you have worked on in total or how many pages you have opened. By clicking here, you can switch back to normal view. If you click on page layout, each page will appear separately, and if you have added any header or footer, that will also be visible separately. After that, you will see how much space you have from the top, left, right, and bottom, and what you have added in the header and footer. By clicking on the name here, you can switch it back to normal as well. In the custom view section, you can easily save your current selection exactly as you wish. To do this, you first need to click on the custom view button, then click on the add option. You should give it a specific name. For example, right here I have named it selection, and then simply press the enter key on your keyboard or click the OK button. This specific selection is now successfully saved in the system. Whenever you want to work on this particular selection again or perhaps print it out, just click on custom view and then click on the show button, and your saved selection will appear on the screen once more. You can delete it if you want to, or you can choose to print it. If you decide you want to remove it entirely, go back to custom view and delete it from that menu, and your selection will be permanently deleted. Next, let's talk in detail about the rulers. Currently, you can see that the ruler is turned off. The ruler will only actually turn on when you click on the page layout tab. After that, as you can clearly see, you have the on, end, 2 and 3 markers visible right here. When you click on the ruler checkbox, the ruler will be hidden from view, and when you click it once again, the ruler will be shown on your screen. These lines here are your grid lines. When you click right here, they can be hidden or shown from this specific menu. This area here is your formula bar, where you can currently see the cell reference D6. When you click here, the formula bar can also be hidden or shown depending on your preference. Then we have the heading section, where you see the column letters A, B, C, and the row numbers 1, 2, and 3. If you want to hide them for a cleaner look, you can click here to hide them, or you can show them again from here. Let's go ahead and set the view back to the normal setting. Now let's move on and talk about the zoom features. When you click on the zoom button, the default setting is usually at 100%. You can easily decrease the zoom level from here, or you can select any specific zoom level you want by clicking right here. Let's set it back to exactly 100% for now. Next, let's talk about the zoom to selection feature. If you have entered any specific data here, for instance, like I have typed in name, class, roll number, subjects, marks, total, and the number 10, after typing all of this, if you only want to view this specific data and zoom in closely on it, and you don't want to see any of the other surrounding columns, then simply click on Zoom to Selection. Now, only the area you selected will be visible to you. You won't see the rest of the spreadsheet. Moving on, let's talk about the New Window option. If you want to open up a brand new window, meaning the work you've already done on your current sheet will also appear on a second sheet, which is exactly the same as creating a carbon copy. Then click on New Window. Whatever data you typed in the first window, you'll see here in the second one as well. The name, the class, and the roll number. For example, under the total column, I typed 500 here. And now on the second sheet, you can see that 500 is also typed there. I've increased the zoom level here and decreased it over there, but even if I increase the zoom here, you'll see exactly the same data as you see over there. So, whatever data you write here will automatically be written on the second sheet as well. Now, let's talk about the freeze feature. How exactly do we freeze a page? First, click on the name cell, then press the down arrow and move downward. You'll see that the heading has moved up and out of sight. We want the heading to stay visible on every single page, so we always know exactly where the name, class, and roll number are written and where we need to type the subjects. For that purpose, go to the Freeze menu, then click on Freeze Panes. Wherever you have clicked your cursor, that's exactly where your freeze will be applied. I'm repeating this twice to make sure it's clear. You froze it by clicking here. In this way, you can select it and then click on freeze. After clicking on freeze, when you scroll down, you'll see that row 1 remains visible to you here. This row 1 is now visible to you on every page. It won't be printed, it will only be visible to you here so that it helps you keep track of whose name should appear, whose class, where to type the roll number, and where to enter other details. If you want to remove it, you can click here and remove it as well. With freeze, only the portion where you clicked will be frozen, and after that, if we want to increase or decrease the frozen area, we can't do that with freeze. Split is a command that works similarly to freeze. For example, when we use split here, what happens with freeze is that it becomes fixed. After selecting, wherever you move it, you will only see that much. Like if you see one row there, here I selected 4 rows, so you will see those 4 rows on every page. In this way, you can freeze it here, split it, and by clicking here, you can also remove it. If we click on hide, then the window gets hidden from here. If you want to unhide it, you need to click on unhide. You have 2 windows, click on any one of these windows, and the window you click on will be unhidden for you. If you want to view 2 files side by side, click on view side by side and it will appear here. When you do research positioning, it will be displayed. So you need to apply this command from here. If you click on arrange here, as soon as we click on arrange, you can also toggle it from here. That means one file will move to the left side and the other file will appear here on the right side. If you click on all and then click on horizontal, what will happen? One file will appear at the top and the other will appear at the bottom. In this way, you can apply these commands here. And now let's come to this. Let's talk about switch window. If you click here, you can switch from one file to another by clicking on the active or open sheets. This is how we can apply it. Next, we will talk about macros, the last command we are going to discuss. What is a macro? In Excel, whatever data you write on the page, if you want, you can record it, and whenever needed, you can add certain things there, such as your company name, your address, your contact number, your email, or your website. Any data that you routinely type can be recorded and saved here, and you can use it later. Normally, we create a new sheet from here. After creating a new sheet, I have increased the zoom here. Now, after that, we will click on macro and then click on record macro. Here, you have to give your macro a name. The name should be a single word. You should not use double names. For example, main title. Main and title are 2 words. You have to write it without any spaces. Like here, I type main title 1 together. If you write it with a space, your macro will not be recorded. After that, you need to assign an alphabetic key along with control, that is from A to G. So here you have selected control, and you can also do this in this workbook, or you can use personal workbook. After that, as soon as we click here, your recording will start. Here, we type the name, then class and role, subject and marks, and total. After that, we add result here. Now this data has been recorded. Remember, only what you type will be recorded, what you say will not be recorded. Then go to macro and click on stop macro. Let's create one more sheet. The shortcut key we set was Control plus Q. So as soon as you press Control plus Q on your keyboard, you will see that all the data you had written there is now showing up here. Let me zoom in here. In this way, you can add the recording here. For example, if we go to sheet number 4 and click at this spot, after clicking, if you press Control plus Q, the recorded text will appear here. Now, if you close Excel and open it again, whenever you press Control, the record will appear on every page. So here you can record and use macros. If you want to delete the recording, go to macros, click on view macros, and then click on options. After clicking on options, select the shortcut key you set for control and press delete on your keyboard, then close it. From now on, whenever you press Control plus Q, no text will appear on the page. In this way, you can record macros, and later you can also delete them if needed. So, dear viewers, this was our 3rd lecture on MS Excel, in which today I taught you about formulas, data types, review, and view. Next, we will study the lecture on formulas, in which I will try to cover as many formulas as possible for you. If you like the video, please like it and share it with your friends. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to turn on notifications so that you receive all the upcoming videos first. See you in the next lecture. Until then, goodbye.